Okay, perfect. It's working. All right.
ballet. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing on this fine December Sunday? I'd like to welcome Kara Rezegi singing with us today and playing all sorts of instruments. And of course, we have Andres over here holding us all together. We've got 3 more times to sing Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed, so sing them good, okay? 3 more times. This will be the first one. And if you can, please stand. The words are in your program. And off we go. You're spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Flowing like a river of peace. I am nature's wandering child. Love cannot be added to me. I am made complete. Divine, I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. There's magic in every day, like a beautiful song. And as we're choosing our way,
we are spirit-led. We are spirit-led, spirit-led. Everywhere and always we are spirit-led. We are spirit-led, spirit-led. Everywhere and always we are spirit-led. We are spirit-led, spirit-led. Everywhere and always we are spirit-led. Everywhere and always we are spirit-led. Everywhere and always we are spirit-led. Woo!
Oh, wow.
Yes, indeed. Oh hoo! Oh ho!
Aho. Aho.
You may be seated. Welcome to Unity Center of Peace. Thank you, Kara and Bright Matter. That was beautiful. And I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is the wonderful Oswaldo Mora.
Thank you.
Going to be leading us in meditation today and anchoring us in that consciousness, that higher divine consciousness that we all want to jump into. You ready to jump into that higher consciousness and experience the energy of divine love?
I'm going to do all of that.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Oh, my God.
No, we're all doing it together. We're all doing it together. I want to say hello to those of you joining us online. I know some of you may not have been able to get here in all the rain, so you may be watching us online. So hello, good to have you here. And if you would just say a little hi in the chat, and then we can get a conversation going, okay? All right, so without further ado, I invite you to say our opening invocation with me, which is on that buff sheet, which is in the seat back in front of you. There should be a little buff sheet, and we'll take that out and find that. But first, we're going to light the divine light candle.
With the divine fire.
The divine fire, that sacred element. Okay, so just taking a deep breath with me into your heart center. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Breathing that in, feeling that energy of omnipotent good, which is right here in this moment. And as we open to it, as we accept it, as we align ourselves with it, it becomes present and available to us. Yeah, so it is.
So it is.
And so we are continuing in our Advent season today with the third Sunday in Advent. And I'd like to invite up Stephanie Sproul. All right, there you are. And Theo, come on up. Just hand that to her.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here with you. And so, thank you. We continue our Advent journey into the light, our journey of awakening. We began our journey with faith. With this candle, we open to possibilities of tremendous good, the possibility of heaven on earth. Our second candle represents peace. As we light it, we activate that inner peace within us.
He wants to do it.
Our third candle is love. As we light it, we are reminded of the divine love in which we live, move, and have our being.
The peace candle, something happened.
Let me relight it.
Great. Yeah, always peace takes an extra work.
Truly.
Jesus showed us how to live a life of love by welcoming the universe to express in us and let our Christ nature lead the way. Universal love is eternal, unconditional, and reaches into the depths of our being. As we allow this love to guide our thoughts, words, and actions, we are love, and we radiate this divine love to everyone we meet. And so it is.
So it is.
is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
And I invite you to take a deep, deep breath. As we are already surrendered, we fell into the arms of love. We recognize love as our essence. Close your eyes. You are in a safe space. Trust yourself. There is no other place for you right now more than here. And this is the perfect time for you being here, now. Divinity is here. Divinity is now. Inhale, exhale, recognizing your divine presence that today is celebrating love. There is nothing special for you to do more than keep into the arms of love. We were born like this, in a state of love, sustained in love. Love is everywhere. The only thing that I have to do is to be in my present time, in my present moment. To recognize that I am in the arms of love. As I am in the arms of love, I flow. I am able to appreciate every single aspect in my divine nature as I am. I flow. I let go any doubt of my divinity. As I experience myself, I experience divinity. Yes. I release any conflict coming from my mind, and I allow my heart shower my life in love. I'm opening my heart right now as you are opening yours. Center of your chest. That's where your heart is. A big green emerald opening as a flower. As you fell into the arms of love, in front of you, you have all the ones that you love. Sometimes there is someone that is hard to love, but those are the most in need of our love. As our Divine Master Jesus said, we must love everyone, including our enemies. You want to send everybody love. You want to feel your presence, and from that presence, you want to expand love. You want to create a big wave of love, covering every single one around you. Friend or not, doesn't matter. Everyone deserves to be loved as I am. Breathe and expand your wave of love. Cover everyone. Being present or not, every single one around you deserves the love that you are. And you can say their names out loud, so you hear yourself sharing love. It's not that you are sharing love that you have. No. You are sharing love that you are. And what you are is infinite, limitless. So you're never going to have the experience of the lack of love, because you are the source. Expand yourself. Breathe. To sustain the connection with others, Joe is going to do the prayer for the box. Prayer request in here.
We call into our circle all those with requests in this box, and maybe some requests that haven't even gotten into this box yet. We surround them, we affirm this love's presence within them and around them. We call this regeneration of love and life in every aspect of their life, of relationships, of the cells in their body, within all aspects. And we affirm them understanding and remembering this love within them. There is no place, no power where love is not. And so it is.
So it is. So I invite you to take a deep, deep breath. Let go. No. Recognize your divine presence. In front of you, you will have this paper that's... We're going to take a minute to revisit our vision and mission so we are anchored in something in common. Are you ready? Are you ready? How you feel? I feel loved already. I can feel how much you love me. And I know that you can feel how much I love you. Without you, I don't have a dream. That's how important you are to me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And our vision and mission are fundamental, so we know what we're doing and where we're going. So I invite you to go with me in our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence, and so it is.
Good morning. Nice to be here with you all. We're going to do sort of a meditation song I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Would love for you to join us as you feel comfortable, or just, relax and listen. The words are, I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. So I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. Hello, 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 hello. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow
That was so beautiful and so powerful. Thank you. I think everyone feels that, huh? Everyone's vibrating in that energy. Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right, so we're taking it level by level, moment by moment, deeply into this experience of love. And so, let me just move this down here. That'd be great. Great. So a couple weeks ago, I was listening to this program. I think it was on Science Friday or something like that on NPR. And they were talking about an asteroid that had just been discovered that's orbiting in our solar system between Mars and Jupiter. And they've named this asteroid Psyche, which is the Greek goddess of the soul. Good name. The unique feature of this asteroid is that it is made completely out of a combination of pure gold and platinum and iron. And in fact, they said if they were to put a value on this, if somehow we could, harness this and bring it here, that it would be worth, get ready for this, 10,000 quadrillion. Do you even know what that number looks like? I don't. How many zeros is behind that? I don't know. Is there a real number? 10,000 quadrillion. 10,000 quadrillion. And they said that if we could, and they're working on it. In fact, there's already a probe that's going there. NASA's working with, guess who? SpaceX, going there to try to see if we can begin to mine that. And they said if we could bring all of that back to Earth, that it would make everyone on Earth a billionaire. Everyone on Earth a billionaire. I mean, imagine what that would be. Every man, woman, and child. There are almost 8 billion people on this planet. Imagine everyone suddenly a billionaire. Now, provided that when all of that comes, it is shared equally, which highly doubtful. But hey, let's just play with this idea for a moment. Let's just, a thought experiment. So if it were true and everyone became an instant billionaire, wow, imagine, millions of people would be lifted out of poverty. No one would go hungry. No one would be homeless. No one would have to decide between paying their electric bill and filling a prescription for a life-saving medication. No one could say they couldn't afford to go to college. I mean, we'd have the money to fix the roads and the crumbling infrastructure. We would fund, worthy causes. We would all the nonprofits, including UCP is a nonprofit. Can you imagine what we could do? We would pave that driveway and the parking lot. We'd create this expansive entrance so that you don't get all bottlenecked up when you're coming inside. Oh, 100 things I can imagine we could do with that. More importantly, we could fund all the schools. We could pay teachers what they're worth and give them everything they need. Aho, imagine, we could fund all of the technologies that are already proven to sequester CO2 from the atmosphere, right? That's the greenhouse gases, and totally develop and get online all the renewable and sustainable energy and use that only, effectively ending climate change. Wow. I'm sure you could think of 1,000 other amazing things we could do if everyone was suddenly limitlessly abundant, right? Imagine. Now, you could probably think of a few problems that might happen too. Like, who would work? Who would make your brown sugar oat milk lattes? Honestly, Who would cook and serve the food in restaurants? Who would collect the garbage? Who would, who would fix the cars? Who would answer the phone when you need your computer fixed? Who would build the houses, grow the food, repair cars? Do you think people would do that out of the kindness of their heart? No, everybody's going to be on a beach, a warm, sunny beach somewhere in an eternal vacation. So I started thinking. So my imagination is going overtime now. And I'm thinking, I wonder if there is something that could help create all of these solutions, all of these answers that we're looking for without the inherent problems. Is there anything that could do that? And I'm thinking space, I'm thinking asteroids now. So stay with me. What if there were an asteroid that was made purely out of love? Pure love. There is so much love contained in this asteroid that if we could tap it, it would make everyone on Earth feel 1 billion times more loved and more loving. Can you imagine what would happen if everyone felt loved and so loving? Oh my God. We would lovingly want to address all of the issues that face us. We would want to take care of anybody. We could not stand by and let anybody suffer, right? So, millions of people would be lifted out of poverty. No one would go hungry. No one would be homeless. No one would have to be forced to, pay their electric bill or get their prescription filled. We could fix all the roads. Here's an idea. Guns are banned. We don't need any more guns. Why would we need a gun? We love everybody. Everybody loves us. Here's another idea. The defense budget. Why would we need weapons of war anymore? This is a huge part of our defense, of our budget is the defense budget. If everybody loves us, what do we need to defend ourselves for? If we love everybody else, we're not going to do that. So you take all of that money and you put it in the places that can really solve the problems and help take care of everybody. Again, we could fund all the schools, right? We want to pay the teachers what they're worth. We would find a way to send anybody who wants to go to college or somehow make it free. We would find a way to fix all the infrastructure. We'd find a way to sequester the CO2 and to ensure that we have nothing but renewable energies because we love the planet and all of the people in it. Oh, imagine what we could do if everyone was just somehow beamed this energy of love. Wow. So it's not a quadrillion, I can't even say it, a quadrillion dollars that we need. It's love. Massive amounts of love. That's all we need. So, wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be awesome if we could encounter an asteroid that, it passes by at a certain angle at a certain time and it just beams us massive amounts of love. And we receive it. We receive it. It's an interesting experiment to just think this way, to think what could be. Remember, we were talking about a couple weeks ago, how good can it get? We want to think in terms of solutions. We want to think in terms of not how bad can it get, how good can it get? Remember, we affirmed that together. Let's do that again. How good can it get? One more time. How good can it get? We want to stretch our consciousness and invite in the possibility. Right? Invite in the possibility. Now, this being the Christmas season, right? Looks like Christmas in here, so beautifully decorated. This being the Christmas season, some would say that that's what Jesus was to humanity. The embodiment of love. Here to awaken the love within us and to show us how we can access it by connecting with that divine within us, by connecting with the divine in our heart. Right? So this we think about in Christmas. But of course, every religion has a central figure who represents that someone who awakens the love within humanity. So Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, Baha'u'llah, Green Tara maybe, a goddess figure, the great spirit in nature. There's in every faith, there's a central figure who represents that for us. And I want to remind everybody that we're all free here, Unity Center of Peace. We are free to embrace and worship any or all or none of the above, because we embrace the spiritual truths the core spiritual truths found in every faith, and reject the religious dogma. Just as a reminder. That's what we're here. So Joseph Campbell, the mythology, the hero's journey guy, he says, all our concepts, all our God concepts are masks we hang on the indefinable mystery beyond thought. The masks that we hang on the indefinable mystery. So, depending upon the culture that you grew up in, your mask, your personification of God, can help build a bridge. It can help build a bridge between your human experience and the ineffable. Ultimately, we want to know at our core that we live, move, and have our being in this energy of infinite divine love, that we are this infinite divine love expressing. But sometimes the spiritual concepts that we talk about here are just that. They're concepts. So how do we, not only understand it on an intellectual level, but really experience it, really embody it so it moves us, it guides us, it shows up in the way we are. It shows up in our experience. This idea that there's this infinite, universal, divine life that is infinite love, that idea sometimes is a little abstract. Do you ever feel that way? Like sometimes the concepts are a little abstract. So the idea, the invitation, is to build a bridge. Use something that can help us build a bridge so that we can connect with this love essence with the very real human experience that we have. Right? So having a divine figure to focus on, or a sacred text, or an angelic being, or a guru, or a teacher, or an idea of an asteroid that's made of pure love. Something that can help us bridge the gap. And for many in this culture, that's Jesus, right? Who really embodied, who stayed centered and present in love regardless of the circumstances, and showed us the direction of how we can do the same. But again, for others, it's a guru. Maybe Paramahansa Yogananda. I think some of you relate to that. Mayor Baba. Some people experience that. Krishnamurti. Aurobindo. Or maybe it's a guardian angel. A lot of people really relate to that experience of having guardian angels. Or maybe it's the beauty of nature and the resilience of the changing of the seasons, that constancy. So for me, it was, I shared with a lot of you that I began my spiritual journey pretty early. I was a teenager, and I attended this New Thought church in San Diego called the Teaching of the Inner Christ. And it's what it was. And they taught us to, they would have these guided deep meditations. They would guide us deeply in meditation, where we are listening for and hearing the name of our Christ self, the Christ self and our I am self, like had specific names. And so this became very real to me, and it became a very real guide for me, and something that was that bridge, and really was, holding me while I was going through, growing up. So whatever it is for you, whatever you relate to, whether it's a divine being or an angel or energy or your own Christ self, feel free, to use this as a bridge to really bridge that humanness with these spiritual concepts that we talk about. And that just helps us to open to what is available. It is available. It's always available. This infinite, transcendent, limitless love is always here. But sometimes we just have a tough time feeling it, getting to it, opening to it. And so having this kind of a bridge can really get us in that, oh, I see, okay. And then you call on this energy, and then suddenly you see from a different perspective. The way is made clear. Grace begins to unfold. You feel that love. You feel, or maybe you just feel held in the warm embrace of a loving presence while you're wandering through the wilderness. Anybody wandered through the wilderness? Yeah, I think we all have. Just to feel the presence, the warm love of a divine beingness while we're traversing that. It can be very helpful. And now another way that we can look at this concept of the bridge, just a different way of going in there, is that bridge can be a mantra that you might use in meditation. So you think about that, a mantra keeps us focused, keeps our mind, the mind that always wants to wander all over the place, it keeps us focused and present and in the moment, so that we can sort of shift our awareness from this human kind of, most of the time we are just, meaningless thoughts all day long. But in the moment we get still, using a mantra can help us stay present so that we can open to a more expansive sense of self, so that we can experience that infinite self that we are. You can also think of this bridge as the words that we use in affirmative prayer. A lot of people, when they're first starting to learn affirmative prayer, always wondering, am I doing it right? Am I saying the right words? What should I be saying? What word should I be saying? And it's not the words. I keep saying it's not the words. The words aren't the magic. You use whatever words, which are a bridge, whatever words get you to the place where you can release yourself from the temporary world of effect, the temporary world of form and experience. You want to release yourself from that at the moment and use those words, whatever words take you to the place in consciousness where you realize that because you are this infinite love expressing, that anything you possibly could need is here. That we live, move, and have our being in infinite, limitless love. So the words are whatever works for you to get you to that place in consciousness, to get to that expanded awareness where you know who you truly are. And then from that place, you call forth your good. That's what affirmative prayer can do. And I'm, thinking about next year and kind of planning the classes for next year. I'm thinking it might be time to do another affirmative prayer class. How many people would be interested in an affirmative prayer class? Yeah, good. So we learn this kind of technique. Again, not the words. It's where it takes us. And so I invite you in this very busy holiday season. And of course, it's all joyous, right? We love, don't you love just going shopping, getting somebody you love a gift that they're going to love, planning a meal that you have people in and you can share that, and maybe going to the airport and picking people up, or maybe you're driving somewhere to be with your loved ones. It's all joyous stuff. Decorating the house. It's just when it's all compressed into a small amount of time that it begins to feel a little overwhelming. So I invite you, during this busy, joyful time, to think about this. To think about, while you're standing in a long line waiting to get to the checkout, to think about this idea of beaming love, of this love being beamed into your heart from whatever source, maybe it's from within you, and then share that. And then beam that love into someone else's heart, the person standing in front of you, the person, the grocer that it's like, where the heck do you got the dried cranberries? You have to grab somebody. Where's the time? Beam, think about, take a moment. We take a moment, this beautiful meditation as Waldo did, kind of go back to that space, of feeling that love beaming in the heart, in our heart, and then beam it out to someone else's heart. And that's how we make this Christmas season the most joyful and loving and expansive experience of transcendent love from moment to moment. Yes? Yeah. Happy holidays. Namaste.
There you go, that will work. Thank you for your message, Reverend Victoria. We're gonna play a song I recently wrote called Hopeful Song. I guess I wrote it recently as I was kind of coming to terms with just an eclectic, eclectic grievances that I've been experiencing in the last year or so. And I was at lunch with a friend, kind of, sharing this, and it was really weighing on me. And they were like, "Have you put it in a song?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess that would be a good idea." So grateful to my friends who remind me to stay in the flow, including Chris and Andreas, and all of you. There's people on the street wearing Nikes on their feet, saying, "Hey baby, you got some cash for me?" I see babies on the screens, eyes lit up but no serene. How the hell will they ever live without a dream? Eyes wide open, heart closed tight. This is my second verse. I hold the mic yet have no words. My faith is weak and my paycheck's pretty cheap. And lately I feel disturbed, plagued by taking all the wrong turns. Whatever happened to the American dream? Watch out, all overstep. Don't tell me to take a breath. All the steps to set me free, and I'm begging on my knees to be granted serenity for a life of love, peace, and integrity. Eyes wide open, heart closed tight. I can't give up this fight. Lord, if you hear me, Thank you.
That was amazing. Beautiful song. I was meditating. I don't remember when what happened because I'm meditating all the time, but in this special meditation, I listened to a voice about a microphone. Yeah, microphone. So what about the microphone? Happens that a microphone is used to enhance the voice, right? So I can get farther and farther with my voice. So then I said in this meditation, my actions are the microphone that I use to express myself to the universe. I say, wow, my actions. So I invite you to take an action that says out loud who you are from your generosity, from your heart, expressing to the universe, using that microphone to say, this is what I am. You know, I'm not asking you to give something that you have. I am asking you to share something that you are. You are generous. And from the heart, we are creating this community. This community is every single Sunday more powerful and more powerful. I can feel it. I can feel your energy, and I bless you for that. You know, I was in Ecuador in this trip, in this mission, and I received a message every Sunday that I wasn't here, but the message says, American Express, you're in charge. American Express, you're in charge. And I said, no, I haven't been charged. I'm giving. You see, and it is a blessing because I was in Ecuador knowing that my community is active here and I am supporting it. So I thank you for that. And I thank you because every single method that you use to share works and counts. So come with me and let's do the blessing of our, I'm lost here. Yeah, the offering that we have. Whatever method you have, please hold it in your hand. And remember that divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. So it is.
Power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
We're going to bless our divine expression from our generous hearts here and now. We are blessed. This community is blessed. We are one. Unity is blessed in our hearts. We bless these offerings knowing that it will sustain our community in love for everyone. And so it is.
Is taking up the prayer box. If you would like to have your prayer request prayed over during the service and also by the amazing prayer team, then go ahead and write your request and put it in the box. And I just wanted to say hello to anybody who might be joining us for the first time today. If you are new, hopefully one of the greeters put a packet of information in your hands when you came in. If not, raise your hand and we will do that. Okay, everybody got one? Then there's like a little blue card on the outside. If you would fill out either side and return it to one of the greeters, there's a little gift in there for you. And anybody who might be joining us for the first time online, welcome. We're glad to have you, glad you found us. So hopefully Mel is putting some information, as much as you'd like to know, about what we're doing here, what we're about at Unity Center of Peace. All right, and one more time, Kara and Bright Matter.
All right, we've been pretty calm this morning, so we're going to uncalm ourselves a little bit. I'm sure you all know this song. Feel free to get up, sing along, dance along. It's been lovely to have the lovely voice of Kara singing songs this morning. Now you're going to have to suffer one more with me, so that's the way it goes. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. The next stop that we make will be England. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding, riding on through. Well, well, people all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. All of the brothers over in Africa, tell all the folks in Gaza and Israel too. Please don't miss this train at the station, 'cause if you miss it, I'll feel sorry, sorry for you. All over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. Let it ride, let it ride. All over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. All over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. All right. The weekly announcements. Here we go, folks. By the way, all of these announcements are written in your program, so if you would like to read along as I go through these, you're welcome to. I will not be quoting exactly. First of all, number one, we have the Inner Peace Meditation Series. That's on Wednesdays at noon. Victoria is doing that, I believe, every Wednesday for as long as we do that. Combine that with the chaos that is happening around the world right now, and it can throw off anybody off their center. So this midweek chance for a little meditation will help you to get centered back again. Again, that happens Wednesday at noon with Victoria. Number two, Angel Giving Tree. This is the last week to participate in our Angel Giving Tree by purchasing a gift and return it to UCP office wrapped, clearly identified with an ornament number by December 21st by 1 p.m. That would be Thursday at 1. If you're going to do something with the ornament tree, you need to get it in. Spread the word, and let's get the rest of those ornaments off the tree today. Where is that ornament tree at? right there in the foyer in case you haven't seen it yet. So there you go. Take an ornament and help out a family. Nature-based practices and winter solstice celebration. This will be on Thursday because that is the 21st, the longest day of the year. Thank you. The days start to get shorter. Yes, longest night. And nights get shorter now, which is a good thing. Anyway, meet on the back deck. This is going to start at 7 p.m. And bring poems, bring a song or a story to share that represents you and this time of year that you have. Okay? That would be that. All right. Next week, we have on the 24th in the morning a relaxed family celebration service for here. I am going to wear pajamas and my Christmas sweater. That is what I am wearing. I don't care what you wear, but you're welcome to wear whatever you like and come and enjoy in that morning service. It'll be a little bit different, and we'll be singing some Christmas carols, and we'll be hearing some stories and having a good time sharing the love on that morning. That's so you can have a lot of love when you get back here on Christmas Eve with the candlelight service, and that is going to start at 7 p.m. also. If you're in the choir, you need to be here at 6 o'clock. Let me rephrase that. If you're in the choir, you need to be here at 6 o'clock, okay? Just in case they get that tune. All right, that's next Sunday. We have the morning service, relaxed carols, and then the evening service, very lovely 12-hour service. The following Sunday, which would be the 31st, we have the Burning Bowl ceremony, where we release old things before the new year, and you get yourself, yes, you get to do that. And we have, boom, they explode, and it's very exciting. All right, next thing, the Human Potential Workshop, which I have signed up for, on January 7th, with Gain Steer running it over there. RSVP to Gains, or sign up on the back table, and it's a love offering of your choice. There you go. So sign up for that. It's on January 7th, and it's with Gains and Carmelo too, right? Yep. So there you go. All right. There are no slides for these next few things. First of all, the Flower Angel program. Today's Flower Angels are provided by Michael Savino in honor of his companion, Annie. The sign-up sheet for next year is all available now to bring flowers and grace the beauty of our sanctuary on Sunday mornings. Flowers can be in recognition of a loved one or in an event of your life. Cool. 3-Minute Miracle is in the ministry office, room 102, which is the room on the left. Who is doing the 3-Minute Miracles today? Joy. Good. Joy Bell. And if you have something that's going on in your life and you would like to seek help from a higher, more divine perspective, infusing that situation with healing divine light, you have the opportunity to visit with a trained prayer partner to do just that. Today's prayer partner is Karen Rowe. It's Joy. Okay, well, it was Mel, now it's Karen, but now it's Joy. So your prayer partner today is Joy. All right. Live streamers can send in an email to prayer@unitychapelhill.org and include your phone number, and our prayer partner will call you back within the hour to pray with you. And finally, deeper dive discussion will be in the room 103 on the right, down the hall, and that is with Gaines today. And that concludes this week's announcements. Now we have children. So let's invite them in. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am.
Good morning. I'm Shannon, the director of Y of Youth. We had 2 wonderful children today. We hung out, which is always great. We played with blocks. And then we wrote, we're still talking about the power of life. And part of that is also the affirmative prayer. So we read a book called The Lovables and the Kingdom of Self-Esteem. So we read that and looked at all the wonderful pictures. And then in the book, it talks about I am. Like, I am kind. And so to turn that brings us life. To then begin to share that, I handed out, you are Like little affirmative prayers for others as a present, so that in giving, you're giving a part of some of that power of life to others. So if you would like one, I have a bunch. Come and grab them. From YFM, we'll hand out these affirmative statements to you if you need it. Great. Big thanks to Kaylon and Forrest for their support. And thank you to you all for holding space.
So we're going to bless our children and our directors and support. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you. And so it is. Mwah.
All right, so let's all stand and we say our prayer of protection with
Yeah,
I am
let's
statement.
say our prayer of protection. So let's prepare to have a wonderful week in our lives. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.